Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to talk to you about Enjin and Affinity's very recent token launch. First of all, I want to congratulate Enjin and Efinity on the big hot dump that they took on the retail investor. I don't want to say that they purposefully went out and did a pump and dump, but essentially the early investors dumped real hard on the new buyers, i.e., the retail investor. I have some information that I would like to go through to try to see if I can prove my point. I don't know if this is actually what happened. I am definitely not an expert, but it does reek like a pump and dump. Whether it was intentional or not, the early investors definitely got out and got out quick. So, taking a look at this chart here, just to kind of summarize what happened, right at this point here, right here, is when the token became available on places like Uniswap, 1inch, etc. They started rolling them out fairly quickly. But you can see here that it shot up because I believe they had set it to $3 per token. I'm not quite sure, but essentially it did shoot straight up to about $3 in this range over here. And then you can see that the in this range right here, which is about 5 hours worth of time, the price basically teetered around $3, up and down, up and down, up and down. The volume started off quite strong. It was right about $4 million in the first 15 minutes, and then it increased to $7 million within the first 4 hours. So that's quite a bit of volume for a brand new token. I'm calling this area here in the red rectangle the price discovery because this is kind of what you would expect. People trying to figure out how much they'd be willing to pay, and you can see here a lot of people were willing to pay right around the $3 mark, and that lasted for about 4 hours or so. And so far so good. It went up to just above 3.2. Great, everything was looking good. But then within 60 minutes, and more so probably within 30 minutes, you can see here, let me show you right around here in this time frame right here. This is what I'm calling the dump, because you can see that within a 30-minute span, the volume had spiked to about 8 million. Oh, sorry, had spiked over $8 million. So if you think of this area over here being $4 million, this was kind of everybody, all the really early eager beavers who were trying to get in. As soon as it was released, $4 million was spent right here. And then the next 4 hours, an additional $3 million was added. And then in the right here, the box that I had drawn earlier was essentially anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. That alone was over $8 million, as what I'm assuming is the early investors essentially taking a big hot dump on the poor retail investors who got in over here. You can see that it shot down all the way here and pretty much stayed in this range all the way. What you can see also is in this range right here, you kind of had a natural volume, people coming in and buying. And then you can see here that it started to grow, the volume started to grow. But with a steady decline in the price, you can essentially surmise that the majority of that volume was selling, because you can see that, there was a little bit of a rebound right here, but it basically kept on going down, 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 down. You can see here the volume is going up and the price is going down, so that was sell pressure. And the only people who would be selling are the people who got in super early, i.e. the early investors, because the $7 million worth of volume was around the $3 mark. People would not be selling, obviously, at this $1 mark here or below. So unfortunately, that is the case. I did lose some money, and I'm sure there are a lot of people who did lose money as well. And that is very, very unfortunate. So was it a coincidence? Well, I highly doubt it. Like I said earlier, I highly doubt that Enjin or Efinity had planned this. I think they are far too large to do this. But simply put, early investors did dump on the new retail buyers. Enjin and Efinity did not protect the average Joe by limiting their early investors through some sort of divestment period or some sort of limitations. So what is the verdict? I think they failed to plan ahead and or care for the retail investor. And the retail investor unfortunately lost a lot of money in this period of time. Their early investors made out like bandits. They made a lot of money by essentially dumping less than 5 hours after the release of the token, between $2 to $3, leaving the retail investor holding their bags. So on that note, thank you so much, Enjin and Efinity, for thinking about your retail investor. I hope that money is used for a good cause to improve Enjin and Efinity so that maybe the price does recover at some point. But just know that there are a lot of people out there who did lose a lot of money because you failed to plan ahead. All right, guys, so let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Like I said, again, this might be sour grapes. I did lose some money, so I probably do have a skewed perspective. I also do own Enjin and now obviously Efinity. I believe in both projects, but I do feel, like I said, that they may have failed to plan ahead. So please let me know your opinions down below because, like I said, I am no expert and this is just how I see things right now. Thank you.